Vladimir Putin, born 7 October 1952, is a Russian politician and former intelligence officer who has been serving as the president of Russia since 2012, having previously served between 2000 and 2008. He was the Prime Minister of Russia from 1999 to 2000 and again from 2008 to 2012, thus having served continuously as either President or Prime Minister from 1999 onwards. In this video, we come up with the inside Vladimir Putin Trillionaire lifestyle. Welcome to our YouTube channel, and before we get started with the video, don't forget to smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get started. Marriage. Lyudmila Shkrebneva and Vladimir Putin wed on July 28, 1983, and from 1985 to 1990 they resided in East Germany. They have two daughters, Yekaterina and Maria Putina, who were born in East Germany's Dresden on August 31, 1986, and Leningrad, now known as St. Petersburg, on April 28, 1985, respectively, now Germany. The divorce was finalized, the Kremlin said on 1 April 2014, after Putin and Lyudmila declared their separation on 6 June 2013 and 6 June 2013, respectively. According to this rumor from 2015, Kabeva and Putin have a daughter. 2019. According to Kabeva and Putin, twin sons were born. Personal wealth. In 2012, Putin reported an income of 3.6 million rubles, $270,000. Putin has been photographed wearing a number of expensive wristwatches, collectively valued at $700,000, nearly 6 times his annual salary. Putin has been known on occasion to give watches valued at thousands of dollars as gifts. For example, a watch identified as a Blancpain to a Siberian boy he met while on vacation in 2009, and another similar watch to a factory worker the same year. Putin has 43 aircraft, 7,000 vehicles, and 15 helicopters, one of which is an Ilyushin jet that boasts a $89,000, 50,000 pounds, gold toilet. Nemtsov claimed that the Russian president even owns a collection of watches that is estimated to be worth 500,000 pounds, 891,500 Australian dollars, including one that is worth 300,000 pounds, 535,000 Australian dollars. Official government residences. Putin has resided in many government mansions across the nation during his tenure as president and prime minister. The Kremlin in Moscow, Novo-Oguryovo in the Moscow Oblast, Vorkynai nearby, Bocherev-Ruchi in Sochi, Dolzhai-Borody, home, in Novgorod Oblast and Riviera in Sochi are some of these residences. 9 of the 20 mansions and palaces reported as belonging to Putin in August 2012 were constructed during his 12 years in power. Personal residences. Putin quickly constructed a dacha in Solovyovo, a district of Leningrad Oblast, close to St. Petersburg, on the eastern coast of Lake Komsomolskoye, on the Karelian Isthmus, following his return from his KGB duty in Dresden, East Germany. After the dacha burned down in 1996, Putin rebuilt it exactly like the first one. And he was assisted by a group of 7 pals who also constructed dachas nearby. He has publicly acknowledged some of his assets, including an 800-square-foot apartment, a trailer, and 3 cars. His official salary is reportedly $140,000 per year. In Moscow, he also resides in a 1,600-square-foot flat. Even with all of these assets, Putin's way of living paints a different picture. Putin, who has been in power since 2012, has frequently been photographed wearing expensive watches. He is also rumored to have purchased 19 homes, 700 cars, 58 aircraft and helicopters, including a $716 million plane called the Flying Kremlin that has a gold toilet, a $100 million mega yacht created by a nuclear submarine maker from the Russian Navy, accordions, and a 190,000-square-foot, $1.4 billion mansion on a cliff overlooking the Black Sea. Mansions. Near the Black Sea town of Praskavievka, a large Italianate-style mansion dubbed Putin's Palace, that is reportedly costing $1 billion is now being built. Former business colleague of Putin's, Sergei Kolesnikov, claimed in 2012 that Deputy Prime Minister Igor Sechin had given him the go-ahead to supervise the palace's construction on the BBC's Newsnight program. Additionally, he claimed that the mansion, which was constructed on public property, had been built for Putin's personal use. It was outfitted with 3 helipads, a private road, and other amenities, all of which were paid for with public money, and were under official Kremlin Guard service security. Kolesnikov's accusations against Putin were rejected by Dmitry Peskov, Putin's spokesman, who claimed that Putin has never had any affiliation to this castle. Pets. Various world leaders have given Putin 5 dogs: Connie, Buffy, Yum, Vernie, and Pasha. 2014 saw Connie's passing. Toja and Rodeo were the family's 2 poodles when Putin first took office. Religion. Putin is an Orthodox Russian. While his father was an atheist, his mother was a devout Christian who visited a Russian Orthodox church. Despite the government's persecution of her religion at the time, his mother frequently visited church, even though she didn't keep any icons at home. When he was a little child, his mother discreetly had him baptized, and she frequently took him to church. Sports. Putin follows FC Zenit St. Petersburg and enjoys watching football. He also shows an interest in bandy and ice hockey, and on his 63rd birthday, he took part in a star-studded hockey game. Putin began training in judo when he was 11 years old and switched to sambo when he was 14 years old. In Leningrad, he triumphed in both sporting competitions, now St. Petersburg. In 2012, he received the 8th Dan of the Black Belt, making him the first Russian to do so. Putin trains in karate as well. Health. William Burns, the director of the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, said in July 2022 that there was no evidence to support the notion that Putin was unstable or unwell. The announcement was made in response to growing, unfounded media rumors regarding Putin's health. Burns had previously served as the United States ambassador to Russia and has known Putin for more than 20 years, including during a private encounter in November 2021. Also denied as false by a Kremlin spokeswoman were reports about Putin's poor health. Vladimir Putin is reported to have bought a new palace. His detractors assert that he has built a sizable personal fortune and that he is the owner of a fleet of yachts, automobiles, and private presidential mansions. Putin constantly downplays his riches, saying he makes an annual salary of about £100,000, 178,000 Australian dollars. He is reportedly 60 times wealthier than U.S. President Donald Trump, according to experts. In a dossier he put together, political critic Boris Nemtsov claimed that Putin even had 4 yachts hidden away across Russia. The Russian leader is said to have secret girlfriends, including Russian gymnast Alina Kabayeva. According to rumors, Putin's secret girlfriends also have a sizable sum of money in the bank. Svetlana Krivonogik, a rich former cleaner who runs a well-liked bar, is rumored to be the mother of Vlad's love child. The palace has multiple helicopter landing pads and its own vineyard. During its development, the classical-style palace was owned by a business known as Property V, with the media speculating that the V refers to Vladimir. 2021 to 2022, Russo-Ukrainian crisis and invasion. In July 2021, Putin published an essay titled On the Historical Unity of Russians and Ukrainians, in which he claimed that Belarusians, Ukrainians, and Russians should form one all-Russian nation as a part of the Russian world, and were one people against whom forces that have always sought to undermine our unity, sought to divide and rule. The argument in the article disputes Ukraine's status as a sovereign state. International sporting events. For the first ever Winter Olympic Games to be hosted by Russia, the Sochi Winter Olympics and Winter Paralympics, Putin spearheaded a successful campaign on their behalf in 2007. The 2013 Summer Universidad was awarded to the city of Kazan in 2008. On December 2, 2010, Russia was chosen to host the 2017 FIFA Confederations Cup and the 2018 FIFA World Cup, both for the first time in Russian history. Putin promised that LGBT athletes wouldn't experience any prejudice at the 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi in 2013. Cult of personality. Putin has created a cult of personality for himself by portraying himself as an outdoorsy, athletic, tough guy, showcasing his physical prowess, and engaging in unusual or risky behaviors, such as extreme sports and interactions with wild animals, as part of a public relations strategy that, in the words of Wired, deliberately cultivates the macho, take-charge superhero image. With the banner, "Be like Putin," the tabloid Komsomolskaya Pravda published a large photograph of Putin relaxing in the Siberian mountains in 2007. There are several songs about Putin, and his name and likeness are frequently used in branding and advertisements for goods. Among the goods bearing the Putin name are the vodka Putinka, the canned food Putin brand, the caviar Gorbusha Putina. His advisor Mikhail Lesin was discovered dead in 2015 after days of extreme alcohol consumption. albeit his demise was ultimately determined to be the result of an accident. So that's all for it for today's video. I hope you all like this video. Please let us know in the comment box about your opinion, and do recommend some topics you want to see in the video in the future.